Hi, I am here with my adorable daughter, Nicole. I asked her to come sit with me because we're talking about family this week. It's all about family, right? It's a family affair. So one of the things I thought she could give some insight into is that she actually comes from a blended family, or she's part of a blended family, I should say, because her dad and myself, we were divorced when she was about 18. And so remarriages, and she's got steps. And so I just wanted her to share a little bit about maybe giving some encouragement or tips or what it feels like from her perspective of what it's like being part of a blended family. So what do you think?
Well, I wasn't originally sure how it was going to be. I've heard of a lot of people having problems with having step parents, step siblings, but for some reason when it happened, it was just kind of like, all right, so I've got some new people to love. I've got some new people. My family just got bigger. It was very exciting. And yeah, it's actually gone really smoothly for me.
Oh, that's good. So what would you say, what would you say to somebody maybe who's struggling with having, in being in a blended family, whether it's a parent or whether it's a child? What would you say to them to encourage them?
Well, I understand it can be a challenge, but if you just step back and look at it as a new person who's a new part of your life, they're not replacing anybody. They're not the new mom, the new dad, the new biological child. They're just a new person that's been put into your life. And if you can just accept that they're a new person to benefit you, then you can learn to love them, whether it be step parent, step child, step sibling. I mean, they're not there to be your enemy. They're there to help. They could be your new best friend.
Give them a chance.
Absolutely.
Okay, so coming from a believer standpoint, because you are a believer, what do you think is important as from coming from this believer standpoint? How is that different for you, do you think, than maybe for somebody who's not a believer?
I know one thing being a believer is I know that God takes pretty good care of me, and so God put these new people in my life after my parents split, and I just felt anybody God puts in your life is there for a reason, and you shouldn't hold anything against them without giving them a chance first, because they haven't technically done anything to deserve your anger or upsetness.
And if they do something, how do you react? Like if they're difficult, what would your reaction be as somebody who has Jesus in your heart?
Be patient, because just because you're the accepting person does not mean that they're taking the same path. They may have other issues internally. So just be patient, keep trying. And yeah, I feel if you just work at it, it can be a wonderful outcome.
Well, I do think that it's important to remember that we all have hurts that on the inside that other people cannot see. And so making that assumption that they're out to get you is probably the worst thing you could do. You know, my friend and publisher often says charity is very important. Have Christian charity. Learning to be charitable and love and give them the benefit of the doubt. So
absolutely.
I think that would be, and God's sovereign, right?
Yes.
He is sovereign over all. And I just have to say, from my perspective, being in this blended family, Nicole's just really so gracious and good and loving and caring and open, and that does help because she's got a great relationship with her steps. She's got a great relationship with her stepdad. I know that firsthand. And I think part of that is just being a loving, kind person, and just that's very helpful. So I just thought, I'm hoping that you get some encouragement from this, and just wanted to give a little bit of a view into our lives here. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you are enjoying Release Week. Bye.